Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Dark Souls 1 on the PC. This is my walkthrough. We are on the third installment, the Havel fight and Taurus Demon boss fight. So, if I can make a recommendation early on, it is to upgrade your vitality a little bit. Because we've had to make sacrifices with our armor so that we can do a quick roll. He will hit us a little bit harder, although if we increase our vitality, he won't one-shot us. We get down to, like, just a sliver of our life is left, but we get a second chance. So I'm going to put this in fast forward, and you're not missing out on anything, because all I'm going to do is backstabs. I'm going to evade, and then I'm going to do all of the backstabs required here, which is about like 20 to 30 backstabs on him. You could always come down here later when you have a stronger weapon, but since we're already here, it makes sense to take him down. If there's one thing I just don't understand coming back to this game, is that when you lock on in this game, there's a mistake right there. I almost paid the price. I don't understand it. When you lock on in this game, you only get 4 directions to evade: up, left, right, and down. It's really baffling to me, because when you think about it, there should be 8 directions that you can evade in, so it makes the game really hard. And coming from having played Dark Souls 3, this is a much more difficult game because it's more old school. It's a lot less forgiving. Okay, there's the final backstab. You can also strike him when he's getting to his feet, although he does have iframes when he's on the floor. It seems like it's unfair, but the game extends you the same courtesy when you're getting to your feet. And then we're going to equip Havel's ring, and we could actually put some more armor on, although I think we still can't use a helmet or gauntlets. We can only use the vest and the leggings at this point. And I mean, that's how it's going to have to remain for a little bit until we upgrade our endurance. And it's recommended that you do the run back from the bonfire where the Black Knight was, just because nobody wants to go through the Undead Burg and go through all those mobs. Okay, so here's the Taurus Demon. We're going to come up here and take out the 2 archers. And you could do this before the fight, but it's not like he's going to interrupt you or anything, although these guys almost fucking pushed me off. And this is... It's not a good fight, it's not a bad fight, it's somewhere in the between. I think I'm going to start off with a plunge attack on him, and then do a little melee, and then finish him off the plunge attack. Although, I'm more comfortable just doing plunge attacks on this guy. So, it does pretty good damage, and unfortunately, you can't just iframe your way through attacks in this game, which is something that I prefer to do, but, Dark Souls 3 just lets you get away with absolute murder. So we're gonna flask a little bit, and then you see, I mean, you get 4 directions to evade in. That's all you get. So it actually behooves you a little bit more to roll without the lock on, and then you can roll in 8 directions. However, it's harder to play like that because then you're not locked onto anything. And it actually is really hard when you're trying to fight multiple bosses too, like Ornstein and Smo. So, a lot of people think that this game is not hard. I think it just has a really steep learning curve, and there's just no hand-holding, and it really is hard. I mean, it gets easier, obviously. I mean, look at this fight, it's so messy. But the people who say this game isn't hard, I don't understand them. I really don't. I don't know where they're coming from. It's not the hardest game that's ever been made, but it's a hard game. Oh, maybe I don't finish him off with the plunge attack. As far as the boss weapons, He doesn't drop anything. The only boss weapon I will be fashioning is Quedlog's Fury Sword for Ornstein and Smo. Well, in particular, Ornstein, because he's weak to fire. And I just actually cleared them for the first time today, ever, legitimately. But now we're gonna head on down this way, and fortunately you get burned a little bit, but we're going to kick the ladder down here to open up the shortcut and hook around here to the previous bonfire, and then I will see you in the next installment. Take care.